Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. This is Blue Chip Drip, sharing my journey in pursuit of financial freedom within the decentralized finance space via the Drip Network. This isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, and you need to do your own due diligence, research, in order to make the best decision for your situation. Real quick, just want to shout out to my friends, family in the Latino community. Espérame uno dos semanas más. Yo voy a crear un video en español de drip por ustedes. Beso y corazón. Beso y corazón. Anyway, 3 days ago, you saw my video where I maxed my first wallet. And I mentioned in that video that I had started a second wallet in which I would airdrop my rewards from the Max wallet, which would be 270 drip per day, uh, which equals to about 8,100 drip a month. In addition to the hydrated drip from that second wallet, we'd be looking at about 2.5 months maxing that second wallet out, in which uh, or between now and then, I'm going to be doing the research and how I can claim, airdrop or hydrate, do some drip, drop, draw, and whatever I do, I want to be able to, um, as much drip as I'm claiming, or that what I will need to maintain my desired lifestyle as I slip into semi-retirement. I want to be putting as much back into the drip ecosystem. So I'm going to be reaching out to some key YouTubers, drip maxis, and maybe somebody has a roadmap they could share with me or stick it on YouTube. Uh, whatever I come up with, I'm sure I'll do a video on it. Drip Strategy LD. He was kind enough to comment in a message to me that should take a look at taking the drip rewards and pairing them with BUSD in the farm, taking the BUSD dividends. So I'll be taking a look at that as well. If there's somebody out there that uh, knows of a video or tutorial that covers that, I would appreciate it. So, moving forward on the prior to entering crypto, I was always looking for a way or some way to obtain financial freedom, an unconventional, out of the box way, you know, separate as much as possible from any government's economic system, if possible. And DeFi, Drip, is probably about the closest to that I could find. Uh, the biggest fear in DeFi, it is risky, but the biggest fear is projects tanking, the dev or owner, stealing the funds. They got different names for it. The exploits, cash grabs, rug pulls, bitch slap, kicking the balls, jizz in your eye. They got all kind of names for it. However, uh, Forex, as I mentioned in my other videos, and I keep referring to him, his reputation is impeccable. None of his projects have rug, uh, drip, running almost 2 years. Nothing's changed. It's been paying out. That speaks a lot, for itself. Uh, he has, in my eyes, created a uh, financial ecosystem and economy. It's automated, sustainable, It's not controlled by any one person, hence decentralized finance. You know, unfortunately, uh, despite his efforts, there are people in DRIP that would like to see DRIP fail, and a lot of them have been in a while and built good sized bags. But what they'll do is they'll let their DRIP accumulate, and the first sign of a DRIP pump, they will dump it, sell it to try to keep the price from rising. It's more important for them to see DRIP fail rather than make any profit. Maybe they're rich already and they don't need it. I don't know. And I understand there are people out there who, they have real life situations and they need to claim. And hey, I apologize, and this doesn't pertain to you, but if you're a diabolical person and your intentions are of malice and you want to wreck folks who are serious about this, all I can say to you is chupa love mis huevos, pinchy way. But having said that, uh, I feel from what I've studied and researched, Forex, his dev team, key players in the drip community that have been in crypto for more than a decade, they're used to dealing with dipshits like this. And without a doubt, Forex took that into consideration when he developed drip. So despite any of your actions in the long run, uh, you'll drip will benefit from whatever you do. If you're dumping a whole lot, then that's more taxes going to the vault, and end result being drip will benefit, and you'll just be wrecked. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor, but these are my thoughts and my opinions, and right now, I am feeling awful bullish about drip. Hate to use cliches. Everybody says bullish, but hey, man, I'm a Taurus and I'm a former Marine, so I can only be nothing but bullish. If drip wasn't doing good and I wasn't bullish on it, I'd claim out and go get into something that was doing good. But uh, right now, uh, we've got some good price action, or at least moving in a sideways uh, upward direction. Went up to 48 cent and went back down to 37, 38. Now it looks like it might go to 40, and this is all obviously from community sentiment. And I spoke about the community in my last video, how the drip community rallies together, when there's adversity. And right now, with the coming utility, which is long time needed, the drip drop draw, for instance, I'm really really excited about that. I know I'll be dumping a couple, 2 or 3 BNB a week, and that might be the answer to my strategy. You get to where you're claiming what you need, but you're hydrating a portion and airdropping portion of the wallets and throwing down on some drip drop draw. That might be the ticket right there. I am also in the animal farm. I believe I got about 27 pigs, and I'm researching that, getting in there as I research it. Be doing some dollar cost averaging into the farm. Uh, Dogs, the price of dogs are down, so I'm pretty sure I'll end up buying some dogs. Uh, anyway, due to the uh, community sentiment, the drip drop draw, but also something I heard that's really got me excited is, for the past year, you got what they call moon boys out there, and hey, man, that's great. I'd like to be a moon boy myself. But all you've heard from key developers, YouTubers, and Forex is bear market, bear market, bear market. All of a sudden, they're starting to say, hey, and I heard this from Forex on the last AMA. He said this, and I've heard Drip Coach say it, who's, he's very sincere and speaks what I wouldn't say he's a moon boy by any means, but now they're starting to say that the crypto market as a whole is showing some positive action. You got some, an abundance of capital that just came into the crypto market. So I think all of that may be causing some positive sentiment within the community as the crypto market and folks are starting to buy. In my first video, I mentioned that I was not interested in starting a team. However, my grandson wants to come in. He's 19 years old. We got him set up with a a crypto.com account. It looks like probably tomorrow we will get him set with a MetaMask, get him in the drip. We'll probably document that as well. Having said that, I went ahead and purchased 2 BREEP tokens. I listened to Ray from Bartertown's AMA, and he, I don't know if he's watching my video, but shout out to Ray from Bartertown. Crush the meth heads. But he mentioned he was going to recommend or propose to Forex that, and my churro, it keeps going out, man. He mentioned that he was going to propose increasing the amount of BREEP that you would need to be a team leader. And mostly because you have a lot of team leaders that are not really being good team leaders. I mean, to me, if you're a team leader and you've been in drip almost 2 years and you got 100 people or more on your team, yet you don't even have, say, 3,000 drip, then obviously all you're doing is claiming. I bought my father and my son in. I didn't have any BREEP tokens at the time. I still bought them in. They both come in with about $3,000 in March of 2022. Now, they haven't put any more money in, but they have hydrated, and I think they're both close to about 4,000 drip in their deposit, almost halfway to mini whale status. So a person that's been in just as long with 100 people on their team, and they got 2,000 drip or less, just says, well, they've been claiming everything they can, and obviously they're not encouraging their team to hydrate or build their position. They promote other projects, persuade their team to jump over there. Project tanks within a month or two. They lose they're wrecked. They lose all their money when they could have been focusing that attention on drip and building their position. So that's mostly what's behind Ray proposing that they should increase the BREEP token. Maybe, somebody that has to put more skin in the game, they're going to have more commitment and be more apt to do what a team leader should do. Sort of like this. When my son was in college years ago, he ran a martial arts school at night, and they had their regular tuition. But if you wanted to be on the competition team and travel and compete in full contact Taekwondo, you had to pay an extra $500 to be on the competition team. And I was like, wow, don't you think that's too much? And I said, well, if you don't do that and you just make it something that's part of the regular tuition, then they don't show up to every practice. Then they show up, you can't move on to the next thing because you got to go back and cover everything you covered 2 weeks ago, and that holds the team up. But you charge somebody an extra $500, they're going to be at every practice and make sure they get their money's worth. They're going to be more dedicated because they got more skin in the game. So I don't know if that makes sense to anybody out there, but that's how I look at it. Feel free to comment either way. Um, so, having said that, I went ahead and bought 2 Breep tokens at $36. I remember when they were $90 not too long ago. So that way, when I bring my grandson in, I'll have my first team member. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. If you found any information useful, great. And wish you a good rest of the weekend. And this is Blue Chip Drip out of here.